Hey guys, Codeberries here today, so hope you're all doing well. Today we're just going to do a quick video on SHIB, and we're just going to be quickly going over Bitcoin. So again, if you want to find me regarding trading stuff, I'm not that active, but I check it a few times a day, so you can message me on Codeberries or just find me in chat. Otherwise, if you want to message me about coding stuff, I'll try to leave my Facebook somewhere. So right now we're just gonna talk about we'll talk about Bitcoin quickly. So we did have a little bit of a break of the high, but a quick fall. It does look like a double top right now. Mostly because we have the divergence again. I don't know if I discussed this. I don't think I have. But we have the monthly divergence, so you can see the yellow RSI default 14. You can see that it's decreasing heavily as price slightly increased. So there's, even though there was a slight increase of price, not much, but there was a very sharp decline. You can see that here, which means that momentum is starting to fade. And you have to note the volume as well. You can see how low the volume is. That's kind of weird. It looks like manipulation. But you can see how low the volume is. This is the lowest. We're almost finished the month, so we have just a few days. How many days left? Like 5 days, right? Which there's going to be 2 more weekend days of low volume. It's also Halloween, so people are going to not really might be partying and stuff. But you can see that there was, since this is the lowest month of volume we've ever had. Is that ever? That can't be. If that is true, that's pretty crazy. Okay, so not ever, but let's see how far it goes back. Wow, we're going back to 2013-12 levels here. That's when like nobody knew about Bitcoin. So I think the reason why it's like that, because of course it's a green candle, so you won't see, but the reason why is probably because there's a lot of selling. But it's still green. That's the only reason I can think, unless it's some kind of manipulation. But the volume is super low, pretty much because we can try to see. We had quite heavy selling volume here. Where did we start? The month started here. So there's a heavy sell. We've come up high. I mean, people that were stuck here might have waited and just decided to get out because they didn't want to lose anything. So it's kind of a smart decision. Otherwise, profit taking can occur. There's nothing really here. There's like some, as we said, there is some selling volume. But I guess there's just no volume then, which is interesting. So it could be manipulation, mass manipulation. But we do have the indicator here showing us that we haven't had this the lowest volume since 2013. But what this video is really on, it's on SHIB. So just note that, and I still think we'll be going down to 55 at that point. We should be hitting 55, and we'll probably come back to 30, but at least for now, in the short term, we'll probably be coming below 55, maybe around 50. Again, this is not crossed yet. F is doing the same thing. Dodge is just stalling. It had too sharp of a rise too quickly. It has nowhere to go. So now we'll talk about SHIB. So we'll this is what the video's on. Sorry, I'll have to do a video next time. So again, if you don't know what SHIB is, I've discussed it before. It should be this one. There's like 2 tickers on it. I don't know why there's 2, but again, there's no data for monthly really. but which is actually for a good sign because there's lots of volume. They're also not showing that. But some of the crypto gurus in here, I don't know why it's lagging like that. It's glitch. Sometimes TradingView glitches out. Let's try this room. So I'll just say it was the wrong chat. Whoops, wrong chat, sorry. So there's a few gurus in here. Something Ton Thai or whatever, some Vietnamese person, and some other people. They're saying $100 sheep. I mean that's kind of unrealistic, because I think even $1 that's crazy, and if that was to happen, that could probably take like 5 years, or at least 5 years. But some are saying like $1 by next. Some are saying like $1 by the end of September. I don't think that's going to be true. Maybe a cent by Christmas if we're really lucky. But again, there's no data for monthly. That's a good sign. That means RSI default, it's down here. It's in the negatives, most likely. But the weekly is coming up a bit high. Perhaps we could see a pump maybe a little bit higher. But there will be some decline, some retracement. Perhaps we'll see that yellow line come back up a little bit. Not that high, but maybe like that. And maybe, or give or take, right? Then we could see if that goes up here or not. We could get up here if it continues to pump. There's a lot of people buying it. You do see the volume fading out a little bit. We had that spike there after Elon Musk's tweet or whatever. It did come quite low. I don't think I bought it there. I was buying it in here somewhere. I just bought a little bit. I didn't buy too much. But I wish I'd bought more, as you can see. But hopefully if it comes down, maybe I could buy some more. But right now I'm still waiting for cannabis to go up. Because back then it seemed like crypto was just fading off, which it did for a while. So there was no plays back then over here. Like I knew that crypto was going to be going down for a while. So I kind of rushed into it and just decided to buy cannabis because I knew it would be going up again, but I didn't think it was going to take that long to go up. We'll do a video on it later. Just a heads up, Canopy Growth, Tilray, and Aurora Cannabis might be starting their run, so I'll try to do a video on that soon. There's a lot of bullish momentum coming in on the higher time frames, like monthly and weekly, so we'll go over that in another video. But right now, for SHIB, we do see some momentum, perhaps. So like I said, because there's no data here, which means that this is going to run long term, most likely, with so much volume. I think on the other ticker it showed that it broke all-time high, but once it breaks there, it could run up over the next few weeks. This could still be running, but again, we might see again, it had a quick flash today. It came down to 3 overnight, whatever that is, 0.40s and to 4 something, maybe low 4s, high 3s, and then it just shot back up to 5 in a couple hours. So we could see that yellow line maybe come almost up to max, perhaps bringing that up to 7 or 8. Then we could see maybe a few weeks of decline, and then we'll have perhaps we'll see another month or two. Well, of course, it's getting noticed more. It's no data on weekly really, except for the RSI. We have a little bit of Keltner. Let's just see how the daily's looking. Again, we could still come up here if it's really pumping. As we've seen from Bitcoin and stuff. Usually the max is really that band, but either way, it still comes down. But I don't really look at daily too much. Those candles are small to me. But we do have a little slight divergence. Actually, not really, because this peak is higher, and the histogram. It's a little bit of divergence on the histogram, but the peaks on the actual signal lines aren't diverging yet. Same with here. So we have the peaks going up, but the histogram still green hasn't flipped over yet. Inflected to negative infinity, not yet. Maybe the faster one is starting to, but that could change. That's only the daily. But again, we are coming up high on the shorter term indicators. So maybe if you were trying to buy, get some now and maybe wait and then get some more if it comes down here. But again, we could get a break up here. The thing is, I do want to sell and buy it again, but I don't really want to risk that just in case, you know, it doubles overnight or whatever, because then you're going to lose all your sheep or a lot of it. So just take that take that into account. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.